In Markbook for Windows, everything can be edited except the course name that you use to start the class. Suppose you wish to update some student marks. Select the assessment entry, click the Update button for that assessment, and you'll get this new screen. Suppose Glenna has decided to retry this assessment in an attempt to improve her 20% mark. Click on Glenna's name. In the mark entry cell, the score is shown. Put in the new number, push enter on the keyboard. You may wish to put in a remark for yourself. This is a second try for Glenna, and I recommend putting in the original score as a reminder of where she started. If the weight of this assessment is inappropriate, for instance, it's counting for 2.2% of the category and 0.6% of the overall mark. If that is too much, click in the weight cell, and you can edit that number down to something more appropriate. Push enter. Markbook will give you a fresh calculation of its contribution. If you like that, click Save in the lower corner, and you'll come back to the main screen with that mark updated. Similarly, you can select any other assessment and use that same screen to edit the numbers. Markbook has another way of updating student scores. Click Class Report and select the second tab, Entries. Markbook displays the student's data in a grid. That grid is scrollable. You can click through to see all of the assessment data. If you want to update a number for any student, double-click on that cell, change the entered mark, and the back button will turn into a Save button. You can add a remark here as well if you so wish. And when you come back, the grid will be updated with the new mark and all the calculations will change. Markbook goes one step further. Markbook is going to help you find those assessments that should be completed or updated. I suggest unchecking all of the assessment types except summative. The summative items are the items that are going to count for the final score or mark or grade. You can see some students have zeros. This student has a no mark, a forgiven mark. You can display the data as percents, as levels, as modes, or as actual marks. Markbook will even help you find other data, so all of the entries below 50. Or you can select each student's poorest 3 entries below a threshold mark. You can change that mark to any number that you wish. So I've changed it to 60, push enter on the keyboard, and I've now got potential entries for any student to update. There's a third way to update student marks. Click the Student Report button. This screen looks at one student at a time, that student named in the upper left corner. You can scroll through the class list, either by using the up-down arrows or by popping down the class list menu. I'm going to select Glenda. Glenda is tantalizingly close to a 50% pass. This screen enables you to isolate data. So if I want to look at Glenda's performance in Unit 1, I can isolate that way. If I want to see her category performance, here's her scores in applications only. Again, you can remove the non-contributing types to look at just summative. And over at the right side, you can put data into different orders. For instance, if I want to display Glenda's lowest marks all the way to our high marks at the bottom, I can do so on this screen. Clearly, Glenda is non-compliant. String of zeros plus 3 failed items are dragging her overall score down. At the upper right, Markbook says that of the 28 summative assessments, Glenda has earned 0 on 11 of them. If you click on the 11, Markbook will display the missing items, and apparently they account for 27% of her overall mark. I would recommend having Glenda complete some of the 0 items and or redoing some of these poor assessments, and then double-click on any item to update the score, and hopefully with a few of these items complete, Glenda's overall mark can go above 50%.